maybe it'll start working this time. Yes. So sorry to keep you waiting. I think I'm live. Sorry about all that other nonsense. And nobody's here because of all that nonsense. Yes, somebody's here now. Sorry about that. We've had a little bit of a mess up there. We were trying to figure it out with our goat cam and this one together, and it wasn't working out very well. Can you see me? Can you hear me? No one's responding. Anybody there? It says there's 3 people there.
Mine says this video was written by the uploader.
Well, let's just wait a minute.
You go to bed.
3 people are watching. It looks like I'm live. Yeah. Hey, Patriot Farm, Deb's Way, Barbara. Yes. And now I see Papa saying it too. Good. Sorry about all that. There was a little bit of a mess up. I need to do some experiments and try a couple of things to get it working. But looks like everything's up now. Maybe we can get everybody who was in the other ones back in this one. There were some other people logged on previously. Hope they find their way here. I do too. But maybe they will. Let's see. Good. Glad y'all are here. Rua's going to be joining us in just a moment. She is talking with the kids. She just got home a little while ago. She had a long day at work. Can everybody hear me okay? How's the audio? Audio all right? Everything okay? Not getting any dialogue here, so you're going to have to help me out. Let me know what that is, what's going on there. Audio's great. All right. Thank you, Deb. Deb, you're so great. I appreciate you. All right. Is everybody doing okay? So, yes. Nana and Papa are both here. Sorry we had to cancel the goat cam for a minute. I got some good footage. Hey, Joyce. I got some good footage of the goats yesterday. It was born. The head was, cocked backward. Not been what she probably would have died if Nana and Papa hadn't have been there to help. Of course, I was there as well, but it was I was filming. I didn't really do much, so I'll get that uploaded soon. I might work on that tomorrow. I've got a few things in the hopper that I've recorded that I am going to try to get to you. I'm going to get out to you soon. You want to try to scoot up a little bit? No?
No.
Rose had a hard day at work.
I did. I was in the ER.
So she got floated to a different location today. And so you were admitting everyone when they came in. Not admitting them, but...
I just sorted them, yeah.
Sorted.
That sounds bad. That's a bad term.
But is that triage?
That was part of it, yeah.
Or is that to make sure they didn't have the COVID?
Yeah. And then I asked what was wrong, and then, yeah.
Triage, that's right. I watched a lot of MASH growing up. I know what triage is. Just like that.
Oh, mate. Anyway. Hello.
So we had a good day here. It's been supposed to rain all these days, or I would have washed a load of clothes today and got them up there, but it didn't really rain. I got the pigs moved. I got some good footage of Toby helping me get one of the pigs that had gotten out of the electric fence. I got him back in. I got that pig back in the electric fence. Toby is our giant schnauzer, and he helps me with that some. So he helped me with that today. And we got the cows, the cattle moved over to paddock 2. Grandpa helped fix the fence that was broken, that was down. There was a tree that had fallen on it from hey, Small Farm Survival. Yes, we're up. But the fence had been down on the from the neighbor's property. Of course, we've had some trees fall down on their property too, so it's not a big deal. And that happens when you have cattle. Small Farm Survival, he just had a good video about fixing some of his fence that was down. That just happened. So you got that fixed, and we've got the cows in paddock 2 now. There was a lot of green stuff in there. And what else did we do today? Hey, Royal Amethyst Acres.
I have no idea what you all did.
I kept the kids alive. So
I worked.
That's one of my tasks as well.
I worked as a nurse.
Yeah.
And so
she's a hard worker. She does a good job.
You work hard too.
Everybody loves her there.
No.
Everybody wants to beat her.
Why you say stuff like that?
I was kidding.
I don't like all that.
Okay, let's see. Today we're going to talk about, I did a video a few days ago, maybe some of you have seen that video, about us hating Facebook, and I posted that on a lot of groups on Facebook. I'm a part of a lot of farm groups, homesteading groups, and I want to make sure everybody's got the right idea about that. I think most of you do. It's really interesting. The comments on YouTube have almost always been exclusively good. Rue has read a bunch of them, and y'all are also encouraging. We really appreciate that. But the comments on Facebook are not always so nice, are they?
No, what was it? It was like somebody said, well, just don't watch stuff or something. I get that. The video that we posted, I was just having a weird day, and it was just like, you think you should do this and all this stuff. I don't really want to talk about the video again.
Yeah, so we said in the video that sometimes it can be discouraging because other people have more stuff, or that theirs looks different, and so on and so forth. And a lot of people are saying that's kind of jealousy and envious, and it maybe is in a certain way, but it's also, just trying to fit in. I think that there's this pressure in our society to fit in and to conform to society. Have you all felt that pressure to fit in and conform with others and with what people are doing?
I think it's just part of our culture. I agree. I do feel like all nurses rock. Most of them. There's a couple bad things in every group, but most nurses rock and they work hard. And I felt pretty small today looking around. I was out front at the entrance of the ER, and I was like, there's a lot of people that work here. I don't even know most of these people, so I felt pretty small today. But anyway, yeah.
But maybe when you were younger and not anymore, though, I do my own thing. I'm happy with that. Yeah, I think that comes with age a little bit. And I think that we've gotten better at that most of the time. And that's the thing that we've said to people about that thing. And that's one of the things I wanted to explain with this video, that maybe 1% of the time we feel that way, that we need to fit in and so on and so forth. But 99% of the time we love YouTube. And I want to discuss some of the reasons that we do love YouTube. Feel free to chime in if you have any things that, feel free to chime in if you have any reasons that you love YouTube, but we do love YouTube.
But I didn't get to make a list with you today.
So we didn't make a list this time. A lot of times we'll discuss beforehand, make kind of a list of some of the things, but
to try to help it.
Some of it is on the thing. Whether there's three things there that I made a list of.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah,
I agree. Definitely learning. My sister-in-law is texting.
So tell her that join the live stream and text us there. I think when you're younger, you're always checking yourself on what's happening with your life, where you headed. Yeah, I think it's good to evaluate, don't you think? I mean, I think it's good to evaluate where you are, even if you don't have that pressure or feel that pressure. But I don't think that you should, force yourself to fit into the mores and taboos and, into what the society says. I don't think so. Nana Papa, if you're there, answer Stuck in the City about the first-time Nubian. We had the first-time Nubian, Brittany, I think it was, that kidded yesterday, and part of that was caught on the stream. But Jillian was being tonight, and she's none of them have kidded as of 20 minutes. We'll start the stream back up, right, Papa, when this is over, and you can watch some more.
I want to see the baby goat. I haven't got to see him yet.
Well, you saw the picture that
I saw the picture, but
I posted one in the community tab, but Rua worked yesterday and then today and tomorrow, so you'll get to see him when he's not exactly fresh like that. One of the ones yesterday, one of them died. There were twins. There were two boys. The first one was, not doing very well whenever he first came in. D is for diploma. I didn't think about that one. You see, small farm survival.
Yeah, C is for continue, and D is for diploma.
Yeah. Sometimes.
That's good.
Yeah. Just keep on going. But
what's with the dead animals? I don't think I realized that so many things die when you're doing homesteading. It seems like it just dropped dead. The pigs, the goats. Yeah. We haven't had any rabbits die, have we?
No. We've had 2 rabbits littered. Brittany kidded yesterday. Jillian and Tanya are in active labor now. So we'll go back to that feed when we're done here as soon as this is up.
Put the goat feed bag on. We're talking.
I think that is Royal Amethyst Acres. I think that is, something that we've been conditioned to do. Stuck in the city about, animals die. It's just one of the facts of nature on the homestead. We get discouraged sometimes, but there are so many great things that YouTube are about. It seems kind of obvious, doesn't it? If the people on Facebook, when I posted that, would have thought about it, that I'm posting on YouTube. So clearly I must like it to a certain degree, or I'm a glutton for punishment.
It was just every once in a while, and then somebody said something about we should have emotional intelligence, and I got tickled because that is emotional intelligence, being aware of your emotions and knowing, like, I think I'm feeling this way. How can I change that and work on that? Are your cows a smaller breed of cow?
Did you enjoy that video about the cattle today, Deb? They're supposed to be really small breed. They're Irish Dexter, but Papa keeps on saying, I thought they were supposed to be small. I thought they were little. I thought they were small. But they're not tiny, like miniature, like dog cows or anything. But they're not huge. Some of them are almost as tall as you. They're smaller. But one of the main reasons we got them is because the breed is bred to be in the woods and, to forage for most of its food instead of, bred for, a feedlot. It is also, we got them because they're a dual purpose breed. I'm sorry you got stuck on NBC. That's punishment for anyone.
Yeah, some good shows on there.
Just kidding. We sometimes watch that. Hey, anybody hasn't done it already, if you could hit that thumbs up, that might really help me out. I appreciate you, Pedmar. Hey, by the way, in Pedmar, you asked for it, and I recorded yesterday Nana Nuggets. Nuggets with Nana. We've got that coming up pretty soon. I've got to edit it.
The
Walker Farm fam. We're a Walker Farm fam too, but that's a great family there.
Hey, Solomon, it's bedtime. No, there's some markers right there.
That's a great channel as well. They're doing a lot of cool things. They've got cattle as well. Let's see what we're saying. Oh, if you think about it, when we posted that video about hating YouTube, that we don't, because we're using the platform.
But sometimes, like that 1% of time, I was serious when I said.
Well, you just get down in a funk, doesn't anybody?
Apparently not some people.
Or maybe you just don't want to talk about it. I don't know. I think that it should be okay. You should. I think it is emotional intelligence. Walker is actually a very popular name in America. I've looked it up. It's like 17th most popular name in America.
My first name.
I want to announce. What do we need to announce, Pedmar? We're talking about why we love YouTube and that YouTube is great. And one of the reasons is that it is a great platform for learning, don't you think?
It is. I feel like I've learned a lot through YouTube.
Yeah, somebody told me that they like it whenever they're trying to learn something, but whenever they're 20 minutes, they don't get right to the point. That kind of irritates them sometimes, and I can definitely appreciate that. But it is a great platform for learning. A lot of things that we've done, we've learned some things by experience, by trial and error, but we've also learned, just been inspired by it. And I think that's one of the great things about YouTube.
I agree. Like it can wear you out, but loving the journey of it. I
Yeah.
agree with that.
Yeah, I think that it is, it is exhausting sometimes because, what you're trying to do, there's a lot of editing involved with it. There's the filming, there's the creativity of thinking about it. There's, all this stuff. It's not just a matter of, recording it and putting it on YouTube. So it's exhausting in that way. But I'm just like you all, Walker Farm fam, that I've met some great people. A lot of people are in this room right now well, stuck in the city, if I'm completely honest, I like getting likes too. It feels good. It feels good when people, comment and they like and they subscribe. But I'm not going to do that to the exclusion of good content. I'm not just going to do it. Meeting up. Oh, yeah, that would be really great. Who will feed for us? Yeah. Yeah, you got to. That's the thing about having a farm, that you can't just leave, can you? Thumbs down on my video always makes me wonder why. What did that person like, or didn't they like me? Yeah.
Sometimes I think people just like to do the thumbs down. Like,
yeah.
They don't even care. Like, I think it's weird. One day Daniel had like 10
some of those disappeared.
Yeah, I know. That was really.
It was about the rotational grazing of pigs, and I looked at it just a few minutes, not just a few minutes, but a little while later, and there were like 10 thumbs down and like 8 thumbs ups, and I'm like, what's going on, And I think there's some people who are kind of, just hateful or jealous, or they're trolls that do that, and I don't really understand, but
Yeah. I just feel like, I don't know. After working in the ER today, getting to see like good and bad, it's like you just gotta try to look for the good.
Yeah. So, I try to exude confidence as much as I can and be confident. And some people have charged me with being, almost arrogant with my confidence. And I don't mean to do that, but you've got to build it up for yourself. But I remember many times saying to myself, like, having negative self-talk, but then I take that negative self-talk and then I try to turn it around to something positive, like they won't like me, what if they don't like me, what if this doesn't work out, and then I try to build myself up and say, well, what's not to like, and that's a hard thing to do.
I agree with you about Walker Farm Fan. I agree, like accidents, I think most people don't even pay attention, and they like overlook, they overlook stuff, and they don't pay attention to you, or they're just off doing their own thing, and somehow you get overlooked. Do you know what I mean? Like, or you do something on accident, nobody even meant to do anything.
Vegans.
So, vegans. Not a vegan.
Yeah. But
though their food looks good in some of their YouTube
she
videos.
She has tried to do some gluten-free recently, because her joints are hurting sometimes.
Yes, I have, but I accidentally took someone else's smoothie today at work. We ordered out from Tropical Smoothie Cafe, and I accidentally grabbed the wrong smoothie because they were in ICU, and I was in an ER, so I felt like a bad person.
I've tried doing the keto diet, and I do a lot of that, but I'm doing eating a lot of beans right now as well, because we bought a bunch of beans. Somebody bought a bunch of beans in preparation for
the world ending.
For the world ending, and
I did. I need a lot of them.
And I actually like beans very much, so we eat a lot of beans here. But anyway, reason that YouTube is good is because the learning, the inspiration. I can't tell you how many. I think a lot of the things that we do here has been inspired really by YouTube. I've watched channels about rabbits, and rabbits really weren't something that was on my bucket list. Oh, I want rabbits, kind of thing. But people praise the virtues of rabbits, and that inspired us to get rabbits. And the rabbits are doing really well. We've had 2 litters, 7 litters in each. They're pretty cute. The kids take them all around the farm all the time. And Maya had one today, and she said, I want to name it. And I said, what do you want to name it? And she said, what, do you remember? She said, Dragonfire. I want to name it Dragonfire. And I said, why don't we name it Supper, or Stew, or Barbecue?
Supper, stew, barbecue. Yeah, I want to get going back to I've looked at Whole30 and doing some stuff like that, but I've tried low carb, and for a while was doing so great with no sugar. And then, yeah, the pandemic happened, the Rona. I don't know if you're supposed to say that. Rona happened, and I was thought the world's ending. I'm eating whatever I want.
I think her coworker was unhappy about her getting the wrong
I know, and yeah. And she said that she only hated me during lunch, but I think we're good. I felt really bad, like a bad person.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, but they said, I don't know. It was just a big confusion. I think there was other things going on there.
Canned goods were limited to 8 per person.
In Alabama?
Yeah. Yeah. It's been a crazy whirlwind. I mean, have y'all felt that way? I don't, I've not wanted, some people have said that
YouTube for the pandemic.
The pandemic. Because some people have said that they don't really like us talking about that this is kind of an escape. I can appreciate that, but we've talked about it a little bit. It's just the reason I haven't talked about it more, if I'm honest, is because I don't really even think about it that much. Very true, as I'm an avid YouTube watcher, viewer, and seen a lot. That's where moderators come in. And I just block and report the chatters. Oh yeah, I've got some good moderators in here. Deb's the only one I see right now. But there's been a few that we had that's taken care. We had some trolls only about 1 or 2 live streams.
I think it was the same person.
Yeah, I don't know. It could have been, but I don't know exactly why. But some people have said about the coronavirus and this pandemic and stuff like that that they didn't like hearing about it because they wanted to watch YouTube and kind of escape from that. But we haven't not talked about it because of that. We've not talked about it because I'm doing most of the video and the stuff, and I don't think about it. I'm staying on the farm most of the time because I like being on the farm, not because the government has asked me to, or because I'm scared, or because I'm trying to protect anyone. I like it here. I like being on the farm, and but Rua probably would be talking about it a lot more if it was her channel.
I don't think so. I'm tired of Rona.
Yeah. Maybe she sees it all the time at work.
Is dead to me.
So she was up at the front at the hospital today partially because of Corona, weren't you? Because they've got to check people on their way in.
Are the bees still around? I haven't gone near the bees. I don't really.
Well, I think so. I didn't go check them today, but they were there yesterday. Papa and I went down there and checked them. Thumbs up and thumbs down. It slides. I've hit the thumbs down by accident, and now I make sure I checked it. Hey, good. Missouri Cowboy. That's it. Missouri, isn't it? You're not Mo Cowboy.
Missouri Cowboy.
Missouri Cowboy. The Target in Trussville is limiting canned goods to 8 per person. Yeah, so
I feel the need to buy canned goods. I think now that everyone's saying they're limited, I think I'm one of the nutcases that already has stuff and needs to go buy more. It makes me feel better or something. Who knows?
Well, so we told you about Chad that lives next door and the tiny house that we built on the farm. One of the ways that he contributes, he's part of our family now. We don't, require things of him, but he wants to help. And one of the ways that he helps is to do a lot of our grocery shopping for us. He doesn't do everything, but he does a lot of it for us. So I don't have to, get out, and Rua doesn't have to get out, but she likes to get out and get some of her own things and stuff like that. So I've hardly been in the store to look at what it's like, especially in the middle of it, whenever it was all, so like crazy.
I had to see it. I wanted to see it.
South Central Missouri, Ozark Mountains. Very cool.
That was neat.
Yeah. Is 55 how old you are? Or
Same kind of person.
Nice to have you, Valerie. Glad you're here. Prepper Nurse 1 just finished. Prepper Nurse 1 gave us a shout out early on. That really helped us out. I messaged him today, told them, that we were growing, that we're getting there, and I appreciated them, and I really appreciate that kind of stuff. But back to the main, our store shelves are still not totally stocked. Hey, Homestead Aquarius, Robert, great guy.
Ours still aren't either, but most of the stuff's back. But some of the weird stuff, I think all the bikes were missing the other day, which was really weird.
We did go out the other day. We had dentist appointments, and then we went to Walmart while we were out.
I'm thankful to go to the dentist, but I hate the dentist.
Yeah. Anyway, the reason that we love YouTube, you don't want to just give the, hey buddy, it's bedtime for you. What do you need? We'll look at it, take care of it later, okay? The reason we love YouTube, it's not that we don't want to just be negative. Part of that was, clickbait, but part of it was just to express how we were feeling then. But, we love YouTube, and one of the reasons we love it is because you can learn from it, you can be inspired by it, but also you already saw in the title the community that's here. Boy, you guys are great. The encouragement that you guys give. The people that we met, Walker Farm Fam mentioned a little while ago, the Macs, they're a great family as well. I've met these people because, at least via the internet, because we've been on YouTube. I never really understood about YouTube before, that the platform was like a social, like Facebook or something like that, that it was something there. I never really understood that before I got on YouTube, before I started posting videos, but now I do, and that's why I love it, because I've made some really good friends that I've chatted with outside of YouTube. We had somebody on the farm, was it last week, whenever Micah came by, man, he's a great guy, and there's all sorts of these other people, and if you look at it the right way, not as a competition, because there's plenty of information for us all to share out there, then looking at it as though it's a family, then that's a wonderful thing, I think. Incidentally, speaking of that, Deb, I found out that there are some homesteaders here in Western Kentucky that I had no idea was there, and there is a homesteaders picnic, a Heartland Homesteaders picnic, that's in Grand Rivers, Kentucky. That's it takes it from up north and from down south and comes right here. If you get on Heartland Homesteaders, I think it's a Heartland Homesteaders YouTube group or Facebook group, then you can find that. So it's really close by to us, and I'm going to make every effort. I'm going to make sure that we know when it is, and that Rua, asks often. And if Nana and Papa don't want to go, then we'll let them watch the kids, so we don't have to run after them.
No, why can't they go?
Well, then we'll take the kids too.
Let's take the kids to this one.
It's Heartland Homesteaders, I think. It's a Facebook group. Yeah, I didn't think YouTube was strange so much as I thought, that that these people were not, normal. They were, they were special, or they were celebrities or something like that. But
were you saying? Yeah, I don't even know what I thought YouTube was.
Walker Farm Fam said, I thought YouTube was strange until we tried it, and I wish we would have done it sooner.
I agree. Yes, because.
Well, it's been.
I just didn't know.
One of the reasons I love it, that's not on my list here, is that it's been an encourager for me. So since I want to film, I do something every day. I know that's kind of an aggressive upload schedule for those of you in the chat room who are also YouTubers, but we do something every day. And since we do something every day, I've got to have something to film every day, and I've got to have something of substance to, to do. And some things are just regular old things, but we've got so many projects and so many things here, and then I'm doing it for the kids as well. So Oklahoma March, keeping in touch with putting on, it got canceled. Oh yeah, that's I saw on your channel that they were going to do that. I didn't know they got canceled. It stinks,
Yep.
But
Corona's dead to me.
Maybe the one in September will still happen here in Western
We'll just
Kentucky.
all need to wear masks.
Yeah, I've wanted. Have any of you in here? Have any of you in here ever gone to like the Homesteaders of America conference, or?
Is that the big one?
Yeah. I watched who was it, Goldshaw today. I was doing comments and responding to some things, and Goldshaw did a taste test with Roots and Refuge and others about tomatoes. So to see, because she always says that. What was it that she said about store-bought tomatoes, that maybe they're disgusting or discouraging? I forget exactly what it was, but anyway, it was at the Homesteaders of America conference. Have any of you ever been to that in here? New home movies for families. I think that YouTube is here to stay. I think that if anything goes, it's going to be sitcoms and cable TV and all these things, because everybody is a creator here, and there's so much good content here. So I think it's here to stay. But you're right. It is kind of home movies for people, and the beautiful thing about it is that they will store it for you. So we're trying to chronicle things as well. And I told Rua something about if she wanted to record some of her musings and stuff like that just for the kids, she could keep it private, and they record that for you and keep it there.
I tried that for like a day. I don't think so.
Well,
more props to YouTubes out there.
Well, what she tried to do was she did like 3 or 4, and she'd have to end up editing that together. But if you just just do a soliloquy kind of thing, then that would be a whole lot better. That's what I told her she should have done. But there was I wish there was a like button for some of the. Yes, there are some great comments here. That's really encouraging. That's one of the reasons I like YouTube, is because of the comments and because of the community. I think that's been a really great thing. And you know, the last thing was, you know, family. And the reason I mean that is I put that on there as you as subscribers and people who follow the content. Many of you are so giving. I mentioned something about how you know, I wanted to get my watch hours up, and some of you are like, "How can we help? How can we help?" And you rolled the footage and you've done that stuff. And you know, and one night I got like you know, 120 hours one of those nights. So I mean, that's incredible whenever you're trying to shoot for 4,000. So the family that we get here, but also because it's something that we can record and keep for our family for the future. So that's why we've done the Papa Powwow, you know, so we can listen to what he has to say, and I can have that for the kids whenever, you know, God forbid that he goes, and you know, whenever, you know, their kids are around. I wish I had some of that information from my grandparents and great grandparents, you know, and Rua's too. Rua's grandfather was a, you know, very fascinating man.
He was World War II vet, a doctor, like a
so
professor.
What happened with him? His name was Stanley.
Stanley B. Williams.
Yeah, and he was in World War II. And whenever he was in World War II, he got some shrapnel in his eye, and he told me, and his fingers looked weird because there was a German doctor, he said, that sewed it back on, and he got some shrapnel in his eye, and the doctor said, the more you use your eyes, the better you'll be, the better off you'll be. So that day he went and he signed up for school. Do you remember this story? He signed up for school. Yeah. That day he went up and signed up for school, and he became a PhD. I think he got like 2 or 3 PhDs because he had that shrapnel in his eyes, and he became a college professor, and he did all these things. Just a really fascinating individual, you know. And he was he said he was on a secret mission, that he met with FDR or something like that to go on a secret mission in World War II. And he was sworn to secrecy, so he never would tell me what it was. Maybe that's one of those things that's not true, but maybe it is. I don't know. But we'll never know those things now. He wouldn't tell me what it was. But it's great for family because you can record that data and, you know, those musings, and you can look at it later, and it's there. You know, it's digital. You don't have to worry about, you know, losing it in the cloud. And if you are worried about losing it in the cloud, then you can put it on other, you know, pieces of information as well.
I agree. A lot of it for me is just the memories, just to say here we are. Nice. It's nice.
Yeah. Of course, you know, I try to edit and, you know, make it entertaining for people too, because you know, if you want people to watch and, you know, join that community, if you want to attract that, sometimes the better you make those things, the more you will attract. And, you know, I've loved that so far. I've met some really great people. Hey. I was Arkansas woodcutter. I subscribed to that guy that you mentioned in Homestead Aquarius's group. You mentioned he was a great channel, so I went over there and subscribed to him. So we'll see what he has in the future. I haven't looked at too much. There's so many people out there.
I know, there's so many channels. Like, I feel like there's not enough time.
I mean, I want to watch all of Arkansas woodcutters, and I want to watch all of Walker Farm Fams, and I want to watch all of Homestead Aquarius's, and I want to watch all of these people. Deb's Way. There's so many good channels, but I don't have enough time.
Yeah, I think I've commented on several of Deb's things.
Yeah, I mean, so if we don't hit, you know, hit yours and say hi to you, it's not because we don't care. It's because there's not enough hours in the day. You know.
I'm sure you all have the same thing.
It is, you know, and you want to be part of that community, don't you? And you want to say hi, but you know, it's hard to. So you know, we totally get it, and. We understand that, but it's been great. Well, the smaller channels like the largest ones did for me. It's been helpful. You know, people have been really nice. But take a minute and tell me why you like YouTube before we finish this out. You know, why do you like YouTube? Do you like YouTube? I assume you do because you're here, right? Since you're here, you must like it to some degree. You know, why is it that you like YouTube? And what things have you learned about YouTube, about the platform, you know, that you didn't know before? You know, like, you know, we learned that it was this social media basically platform.
Yes.
I didn't know
know.
that, but boy,
I wish I would have known what I actually thought. I just don't think I thought anything about it. Or we did, but I'm like, oh, you can't. It's not that easy to get on YouTube or something. I don't know.
yeah. So I also learned that you don't have to be perfect for it. That people enjoy reality and being genuine and all that. So let's see. Just garden advice. Stuck in the City says, "Oh yeah, that's really helpful. You pick up a lot of things there perfectly. I wish I could have gotten to it on video."
That's a good idea, Walker Farm Fam. Get you guys try to split and that's what we should do. We should try to do that, and get to talk about something else to talk about too.
Well, that's the thing, I've watched something and then told Rue about it. I've watched it and I told her, and she's like, "I want to see." So
true.
that wouldn't work very well for us.
That wouldn't work because I'd be like, "Let me see it."
And then she'd explain it to me, and she'd be like,
Gerbil.
And I'd be like, "I don't understand. Just watch it. Just watch it." And that's what I'd have to do. So researching things. YouTube is like the second most popular search engine. Google is first, and people then, if they're going to a search engine and they use YouTube as a search engine, I do it, don't you? It's kind of.
I never thought about that. I do
engine.
It now.
Yeah.
I don't use Google anymore like that.
I know. I use you sometimes. So here's the thing about YouTube.
I guess you use Firefox.
That I don't like sometimes is I'm trying to find out a piece of information. It takes a long time to get there. So sometimes I will look for an article and then I just skim it and read the main points. But I
agree. I feel like TV is dying, the actual show. We always just go back to YouTube and yeah. I feel like that's pretty much what we watch.
Yeah. So there's so many things. We're going to do a video, I think, about building a root cellar. It might be a series of videos because we need a root cellar. It's something that we need. And one of the places that we're going to look is to the YouTube, right? And Papa, has researched about building septic tanks, and where he researched, he told me, was YouTube, right? Learned a lot about my character, resolve, the ability to keep my thick skin. I've also met some amazing people and experienced some wonderful things. It can be a double-edged sword, though. Yeah, I cut off. Go ahead.
Well, I was going to say that I think it was just YouTube was challenging me the other day when I just thought, I need to do more, do whatever.
But here's the thing, too, about YouTube, and not to diss on YouTube, because this is about loving YouTube, is that you can watch all these videos, and this is what we did for a long time. You can watch all these videos, but never do it, right? You can feel intimidated, like, I can't do that. But, I want to empower people that you can do this. Just get out there and make some mistakes. I like their kids have watched Magic School Bus before, and they say, get out there, make mistakes, get dirty, is what the Frizz said. So just do it. I was just thinking I need a root cellar, but Bill, can't wait to see what you come up with. Yeah, and I watched Arkansas Woodcutter do some stuff with his grape trellis, and I need to build one of those. So the editing is our friend when I stick my foot in my mouth. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I've told Rua, remember me telling you before, I was like, I wish real life was this way, that I could edit this stuff out.
He says sometimes, I'd like to take the next 30 seconds back.
Oh yeah, I say something wrong to Rua, because every now and then I do, and she gives me the stink eye. Show him what you give me. You look at the camera and tell him. Show him what you give me.
I don't think I can. I don't think I can right now.
Anyway, she gives me the stink eye, and I'm like, let's just pretend that never happened. Can I have the last 30 seconds back?
That's true.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm a person that's either really relaxed and chilled out, or I've turned sensitive and you can't really say much to me. I've tried to work on that and mellow myself out, but
yeah. YouTube and Netflix, Valerie said, yes. Streaming services go, I think they're sticking around for a while too, but
cable's dead. Sorry if you like
cable's gonna go, but you're never chill. Oh man. All right, boy. Once again, guys, I appreciate you. What do we say? I really appreciate you all watching. It's really encouraging. You guys, you are the main reason that I like YouTube, because it's something. Don't you think?
I agree. I appreciate it. I enjoyed reading. I enjoy reading some of the comments. I can't read them all, but.
Yeah, don't give me the stink eye. She can. She can. She's good at it.
I can't do it now.
Well, and she gives the nurse looks. You got the nurse room with it. Our nurse voice. You will not do that, or we will restrain you.
That's just because I'm an ICU nurse. I don't restrain.
Yeah, I've heard about dry camming. I began watching your channel and Prepper Nurse one mention it. Like, yeah, we try. You know, again, there's things that we don't tell you. You know, because
well, that's just boundaries.
Yeah, we try to have some boundaries, but we've made a lot of mistakes, and we try to be honest about that too. And you know, I think that's good. You know, to be, because if people aren't real about it, then you won't understand that, you know, that you can do it too, that you're real. Cut the cord. So I enjoy a lot of channels as viewers, and definitely have a variety of channels. Like, yeah, that's good. That's really good. You know, something I did. I was a full-time preacher, and I preach part-time now. That's free for you that didn't know that before. But I would try to find people who disagreed with what I already believe. So here's what I believe about a certain subject or a certain topic. Well, let's see if I can find somebody who believes the opposite of me, and see what they say. And you know what happens when you do that is that you learn to respect other people, and you get an appreciation for other viewpoints. Because there was some time in the past that I used to think, well, people only think this, you know, maliciously. They're doing this because they're trying to, you know, cause people to stumble, which is crazy. Why would they do that? You know, I can't believe I thought that. But then I read it, I'm like, well, that makes sense, you know. So when you have that appreciation for others and you see those things, then that really helps you. So look at these varieties of channels. Preacher's Kid, oh boy, I've got 4 of those, but not so much anymore. So,
not really.
They were for a while. We were in California,
little,
but they were all born there. I'm part-time now, so it's not as
it's much, not the same at all. No.
Yeah, but I think there's probably, you know, I'm sure you can go on about that on Walker Farm Fam, about the blessings and curses of that too. All right. I love you guys. We'll end this. Don't forget, we're going to do this next Sunday night. Hopefully we won't have any mess ups next Sunday night at 8 p.m. Central Time. Set your alarm if you don't have it already set. Thanks, guys.
Bye. Ooh.